Here we are, smack dab in the middle of National Ice Cream Month. So we start this week's Explore Tulsa with a new summer fun tradition.
Then we let someone else do the driving.
Followed by the guy to know on the green.
Plus pizza just like from the old country.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. So happy to see you here once again for this week's Explore Tulsa.
Trish, did you know that in 1984, it was President Ronald Reagan who established July as National Ice Cream Month?
He also proclaimed the third Sunday of July would be National Ice Cream Day.
Which was the very foundation of Reaganomics.
No, it wasn't.
Well, then in his honor, I move that we make an addendum to his proclamation by also making July National Indoor Extreme Go-Kart Racing.
Ooh, the place to make that big announcement would be the brand new Xtreme Racing and Entertainment Kart Racing track in Broken Arrow.
I wanted something to do, so we got involved in this and looked at what could we really build to make this, one, unique, and two, special for all of Green Country, really. To make it a destination entertainment place. We actually bought the building in 1992, ran a different business out of here, sold that in 2008. When their rent agreement expired, it was time to figure out what was next. And I actually stumbled on the idea and said, let's give it a shot. We looked at Oklahoma City, Vegas, Phoenix, Frisco, Arlington, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Tampa Bay, and Clearwater, Florida. Looked at operations at every one of them, talked to owners, realized, we can do this. We had the perfect building, had a great location, figured we could make a run at how to run or operate one, and it was all history from there. There's nothing here like this. These are not like any other go-kart operation. It is indoor, obviously, so we're fully climate controlled. We operate 363 days a year, but the real difference is the karts themselves. They're electric karts. They will reach speeds up to 50. Usually on our track, you probably won't get that fast because of the Formula One style layout, but the kart has instant torque and instant power when you're driving it. So we have two tracks. The karts are identical other than the color that's on them, so it doesn't matter which track you're on. The kart specs are the same, they will perform the same. The red track is a little bit longer, a little more technical operation, more turns, some tighter hairpin type driving experiences. The blue track's a little shorter, but you get an opportunity to push the kart to maximum speed a couple more times on the track. So because it's shorter, we run 2 extra laps on the blue track. It's a 16-lap race. The red track is a 14-lap race. Our racing is based on best lap time. So it's not a position race, so you really don't get into some of the rubbing and bumping. And no bumping is actually our one rule. It's the one rule that we're really going to enforce to the max level. Just so it's fun for everybody on the track and it's a safe experience as well. But it really is based on best lap time. So the cleaner line you can run, the less braking you can do, let the kart do the work, throttle back, be on the brake early in the turn, get on the accelerator as soon as you can getting out of it. That's really how you can drop that lap time and win a race. Besides racing, we have a 22-foot shuffleboard table. There's only a few in town. We have 2 8-foot championship pool tables. We have a shooting simulator that uses live firearms, but it doesn't shoot around. It's retrofitted with a CO2 cartridge and a laser. So when you pull the trigger, the gun reacts as if you just fired a bullet. We also have a sports simulator that does football, baseball, hockey, soccer, zombie dodgeball, where again, you get into the system and actually play against the computer. So it's an interactive experience. It's not standing in front of an arcade per se. Well, I think my staff has one of the best jobs in the city right now because they're getting paid to race. So, but that's allowed us to train and get better at the system. Thursday I set the record, and Friday morning it was broken. So right now one of our customer service girls up front, she has the record right now on the red track, and she's put a number up that's going to be tough to beat. Like I said earlier, there's nothing like this in Tulsa right now. And part of our research attempts in all those cities and all those visits, we kept looking at what did we like the most and what did we want to change to truly make us unique for the area, as well as what did the demographic in this part of town want? You know, something high thrill, high adrenaline, extremely safe at the same time, that they can come, compete, have a great experience, walk out, bragging to each other on who beat who, and then want to come back because you can always lower that lap time.
Let me tell you, Trish, that place is so awesome. Anytime you want to drive fast throughout the streets of Tulsa, go to Xtreme Racing instead. It's so much fun, and you don't get a speeding ticket.
To learn more about prices, parties, and corporate events, visit xtremetulsa.com.
Who knows? A few more visits to Xtreme Racing and NASCAR could be my next road to fame.
Oh, you get that famous, and you might need someone to drive you around Tulsa.
Good idea. Do you have anybody in mind?
Ooh, I sure do. They're well-trained and have some of the nicest rides in town, with plenty of room for all your friends and family.
Sounds like you're talking about Tulsa Transit buses.
You better believe it, and we'll learn all about them next when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zellner. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got two great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life. And see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzellner.com. You can find that we have our two locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I got to tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number one reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
It's summer blockbuster season at Video Revolution.
And everything is way bigger at Video Rev. The TVs are huge and the savings are massive.
Come in now and see the world's largest 4K curved TV with its 88-inch screen.
Save big with 4K TVs, now more than $1,000 less than ever before.
Or save mega dollars on a 65-inch Toshiba 1080p LED HD TV.
Bring the biggest stars into your home this summer.
With Video Rev's summer blockbuster of savings.
Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis. Hi again, it's nice to see you back for more Explore Tulsa.
You know, it would be fun to do a show from a Tulsa bus, stopping along the way to do our interviews with people on our route.
That does sound like fun. Do you know if the bus stops at the river?
If it doesn't, that would sure be a big splash.
Let's visit with Leanne and Wanda. They have to know way more about Tulsa Transit than Stevie does.
I've actually worked for Tulsa Transit for the last 15 years, so I've seen a lot of different changes. One of the biggest things for us is that our ridership has grown. Last year we reached 3.2 million in ridership.
We do have a lot of school-aged children that ride the bus. It's very convenient. You get to sit down, get on your device, take that leisure ride, and get off at your destination.
Most people will see that we have actually been able to take the times in between our buses and shrink them down from 2 hours and 1 hour down to anywhere from 45 minutes to 30 minutes in between each time the bus will show up. 48% of our fleet is now CNG buses, so they're more environmental friendly. And we've gone with a color scheme of like making the rainbow, make it happy, make it fun. We just want to make sure that people understand that riding the bus can be relaxing, it can be fun, and there's no worries by getting on it and just enjoying your ride. We actually have 18 local routes. We offer 1 express route, or actually 2, and we actually service Broken Arrow, Sand Springs, and Jinx. To find the bus, it's very easy now, especially with the applications that we have that you can download on your phone.
If you do have a phone or a computer, you can download the app through your app store, whatever you have, iPhone or Android devices. You can see all of the buses in real life time, and you can see where they're going, when they stop, and which direction they're headed into.
We actually have a trip planner where you can go on, you can put in where you're starting from and where you want to go to, and it'll actually help you tell you where you need to go to catch your bus, what bus to get on, where to get off, and where to walk to. To ride the bus, it's very simple. You can either purchase a pass, at one of our stations or at a local Quick Trip, and you just get on, put the pass in the fare box and sit down and go where you need to go. Or you can pay at the fare box with cash, and that is $1.75, and that's a 2-hour ride. Well, and right now we have a lot of different plans in the future. I know that we have just gotten the approval for a downtown evening shuttle, so that's going to be very exciting. And then also the approval has gone through for the BRT, which will go up and down Peoria. And they're looking at probably anywhere from a 15 to 20 minute time in between the buses all day long on that route.
Downtown is growing rapidly. You know, this is the place to be. And so with those services that's going to be on the weekend, it is going to provide everybody, you know, the opportunity to park their car at a location, and instead of them walking, they can get on that bus, take that few minutes drive, and then get off at their destination while being in downtown. So it's going to be great. Well, it's important because it helps people get to their jobs, to school, and just everyday life. It helps the community as a whole. Well, all of our operators go through customer service training and sensitivity training. So they are here for our customers to provide that great service with a smile on their face. Just being a part of it just brings me a lot of joy to know that, hey, I am proud of my city, and this is one of the great opportunities that everyone has, not even just working class, not school age, just everyone, to get on here, sit down, look at their device, knowing that they're going to get to their destination safely.
I tell you what, that live Tulsa bus tracker is pretty cool. I like watching all the different colored arrows and then timing them to see which one goes the fastest.
The tracker is better used for letting you know when your bus is about to be at your favorite stop. Visit tulsatransit.org to learn more about the new app and trip planner.
You think that they'd let me take my golf clubs on the bus?
I don't see why not. You can put your bike on the bike racks.
Then I just have to find out which courses are on the Tulsa Transit route.
Maybe Kim McLeod of Golf Oklahoma magazine could help you out. His office is our next stop when Explore Tulsa continues.
Hello, I'm John Erling with Voices of Oklahoma. Our great state has been home to countless individuals whose place in history has been earned through each of their many accomplishments. Voices of Oklahoma's mission is to preserve their story in an oral history presentation like none other. Accounts direct from famous Oklahomans, political figures, and many others who have left their indelible mark on the development, history, and future of Oklahoma. So please, treat yourself by listening to those who are the voices of Oklahoma.
Hi, I'm Bruce Johnson, General Manager of Main Event Entertainment in Tulsa, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
All right, nice to see you all, but we got to wrap this Explore Tulsa thing up pretty soon, Trish. I don't want to miss my tea time.
Oh, what do you like best about playing golf, Stevie?
It has to be the jokes. There are so many golf jokes and quotes.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but go ahead, tell us a joke.
This is actually a great quote. When playing golf with Bob Hope, President Gerald Ford once said that he denied that any truth to the rumor that Hope's claimed that the president hit an eagle, a birdie, an elk, and a moose.
I'm sure Kim McLeod of Golf Oklahoma magazine has heard them all, because with his magazine, he has definitely reported on them all.
Well, I've always enjoyed athletics. I play a lot of basketball. I still play down at the church at lunchtime. And probably shouldn't at my age, but I still do. Played a lot of golf, played a lot of other sports growing up, but it wasn't, you know, I've never been a great athlete or college athlete or professional athlete, just an enthusiast. So it's definitely the writing side had little to do with the athletic side. And then I came down to Tulsa in 1988 to work for the Tulsa Tribune, and worked for them for 4 years. Was University of Tulsa football and basketball writer, and in the summer I was the golf beat writer. And that kind of led, when the Tribune went under, to forming a company to do a regional golf magazine. The golf magazine that we do here is totally different than that. I mean, these are introspective pieces. You know, we're talking about a magazine that's published every other month, and in today's digital age, what you want in the magazine are stories that are of a timeless nature, because no matter when someone picks up the magazine, we want it to be fresh. You know, on a local level, one guy right now that's making a big impact on the PGA Tour that his name is Robert Streb. 10 years ago, he was led Edmond North to the first of 10 consecutive Class 6A state championships and really started a dynasty there. Went to Kansas State, worked his way up, became a 2-time Oklahoma Open champion, which is our state championship, professional championship. And then went to the Web.com tour, earned his PGA Tour card, spent in his first 2 years, barely kept his card. And now this year has been his breakout season. He's already won an event. He is 6th on the FedEx Cup standings. He's had more top 10s than any professional golfer this year. He's on 5 consecutive top 10, or not top 10, top 20 finishes as we speak right now. Won millions of dollars, and he's on the cover of one of our recent issues as a homegrown story that's really making good. So we're real proud of Robert. Otherwise, there's just tons of PGA professionals, that I've gotten to know real well. Pat McCrate right down the road at LaFortune Park. We discovered that we're both Ohio boys by birth and grew up not far from each other. I really respect him, and that everything he does down there is to grow the game of golf, whether it's having programs for juniors, programs for women, programs that teach guys and gals that don't know how to play golf how to get golf ready within a couple of weeks. To me, I think a great thing for kids is to pick up the game because they can play it for a lifetime. Teaches a lot of great lessons, teaches you responsibility, always a new avenue to explore, whether it's within your own game or within a new course you get to go play. The friends you develop, I think, are there for a lifetime, and so I would just encourage any youngster who's never tried it to try it and be patient. It's not the easiest thing in the world to pick up and be proficient at, but you can get there. So. Well, I had a lot of help at the start. Jenk Jones Jr., who was the former publisher of the Tulsa Tribune, helped me get started. They were actually doing a weekly paper at that time, so I didn't have to do it all my own at the start. And I don't have to do it all now. I mean, you met Chris back there in the other office. Chris does everything that I have no idea how to do. All the layout, design, building the websites, doing the e-newsletters, all the technical stuff. That's his bailiwick, and I'm glad I have someone like that that enjoys that and is proficient at it and loves it, because I can't do any of it. So it's a great teamwork there. But I would just tell myself from that time to, work with good people, encourage them to believe in what you believe in, but to just find good people who also, kind of have share the same vision, and you'll be fine.
Oh, I love me some golf. Babe Ruth once said it took him 17 years to get 3,000 hits, but he did it all in just one afternoon on a golf course.
To learn more about the magazine and how to get it, visit golfoklahoma.org.
One of my favorite spots on the golf course is the 19th hole.
I thought there were only 18 holes in golf.
The 19th hole is where you find great food, drink, and golfers bonding.
Ooh, well, if you're hungry, then maybe a great pizza will hit the spot. S.T.G. Pizzeria and Gelateria is our next stop when Explore Tulsa continues. What Stevie's trying to say is that Video Revolution is celebrating the 4th of July with explosive savings.
Save over $1,000 on new 4K TV.
Stop in and experience Video Rev's new Atmos theater room.
4K projector and Atmos sound just like you get at the big movie theaters.
But now you can have it in your home.
Plus, huge savings on everything in the store throughout July.
Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV. And I'm peaked in high school, Rob Lowe, and I have cable. DirecTV is wireless, so you can put your TVs anywhere without having to look at those ugly wires and boxes in every room. Cable isn't wireless, but you just gotta put something in front of them. I'm still in awe of how great my TVs look, and I'm still captain of the team. Don't be like this me.
Get your DirecTV upgrade and custom installation today from Video Revolution, your official Tulsa area DirecTV connection.
Hi, I'm Lynn Wheatley with Lasting Impressions of Tulsa.
And I'm Kayla Norris with Bride in a Box. And you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Hi there. If you're like me and love great pizza, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
In getting ready to visit S.T.G. Pizzeria and Gelateria, I found out since in 1958 there have been 7 pop songs about pizza.
Please do not try to sing each one.
I'm not, but I thought people would be interested in knowing what a couple of them are. In 1997, Mary-Kate and Ashley released the Gimme Pizza song. And in 2009, the Jonas Brothers gave us Pizza Girl.
Ooh, probably none of those are as big of a hit as the Bosch Brothers and their creations at S.T.G. Pizzeria and Gelateria.
My business partners are my brother Jim Bausch and my good friend from high school and college, John Davey. We've all grew up around the restaurant industry, and we've owned Andolini's for 10 years now, and now our new concept is S.T.G. S.T.G. stands for Specialty and Tradition Guaranteed. This is a term in Italy applied to the best pizza makers in all of the world, specifically Italy, making Napolitana pizza. This is exactly what you would get in Italy. Not kind of like it. This is the exact same oven, the exact same flour, the exact same olive oil, the exact same cheese, everything to the 9th degree, exactly the same. Once we decided on moving to Owasso and opening up a pizza restaurant, that's where we said, okay, this is what we already know, but we've learned so much in the last decade, and we always seek to learn more. And especially being on the World Pizza Champions and touring with the Americans and doing competitions in Italy and Las Vegas has taken our game up several notches. I come from a long line of Marines. My father was Lieutenant Colonel. My brother served, my nephew did 2 tours in Iraq. I went into Officer Candidate School in OCS, did that training, and I actually have juvenile type 1 diabetes. It's the reason that I'm not still in the Marine Corps, and the reason that we have Andolini's and S.T.G. Coming from the Marine Corps as a background, or knowing what it takes to be in the Marines, there's a lot of misconceptions I think about the Marine Corps. It's very focused, it's very organized. It's also about being real at all times and not having ego and not being in love with what you do, and always improving and knowing that there's more that can be done. I think that's the biggest takeaway that we have with Andolini's is that we never rest on our laurels. We never say, oh, we're the best and there's that, because it's just not in us to do that. Restaurants do things differently. I think the best way I can describe it is some restaurants make the movie poster before they write the script. We seek to make a great pizza and then tie it into a grander thought. Andolini's is all things pizza. This is one very specific niche market of pizza, Napolitana pizza. It's a margherita done with the exact ingredients and specifications of what we've learned in the last 10 years. When I did these competitions and going to Naples, Parma, all over Rome and Florence, and seeing this pizza so prevailing in Italy, especially Naples. And when I had it, I was in love with it. And then I would come home and I couldn't get it. You can't just up and do it in any kitchen. You have to have the specific ingredients with the specific utensils, even all the way down to the equipment. The oven is made by a company and family known as Stefano Ferrara. They've been making ovens for 95 years now. Their ovens are done in a specific way to make just this one style of pizza. It's made with a dome where the fire is insulated so perfectly, but so it distributes the heat, but can hold up to 950 degrees, so we can cook a pizza in 90 seconds. On a transition from Andolini's, S.T.G, where we're at now, we said, okay, let's take the line out of the situation. Let's let it just be a quick service option and have a really high-end gourmet experience, but do it quickly. Come up, order on a menu board, go sit down, and have a great date night, have a great family night. Or on the total flip side of that, for me personally, I know sometimes I'm going home, I just want to get some food, and the only options for me to get a meal in within 10 minutes are very limiting and not that healthy. And we were like, what would we want to eat if we only had 10 minutes? And this is exactly what I like to eat. We've always been very much in love with the customer as much as they hopefully like us. We want to have a great time with the customer. I mean, it's the dream. It's the dream of anyone that's ever worked in a restaurant is to have their own place that people like going to.
This pizza is great, but this time of the year, the gelato is amazing.
S.T.G has 2 locations for you to enjoy. Visit stgitalian.com to learn more, and take a peek at their menu.
You want to hear a great pizza joke?
Sure, go ahead.
Never mind. I don't want to be too cheesy.
Oh, now he has standards. Stick around. There's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Hi, I'm Devin Dorney, and I'm here to tell you about the brand new Canon 70D. Well, one of the great things about the Canon 70D
is that in this generation you actually have autofocus during video recording. That was one of the things that held back some of the original SLRs that did video. It's very difficult to do a home video or something like that when you had to pay attention to a manual focus. Now you have touchscreen controls and facial recognition that help you get the most out of your home video. It's an SLR, so it does both pictures and video. It takes 20.2 megapixel stills and wonderful video. This is a camera that everybody can be efficient with. It can be used for birthday parties on up to professional video products and professional photography products. Well, DSLRs offer you the opportunity to change your lenses and get different depths of field and different effects in your photography, and it gives you an opportunity to take some of those really gorgeous photos that you see wedding photographers and baby photographers taking, and you can do that with an inexpensive lens. It's really easy to do, and it makes everybody feel like a pro. The camera itself shoots broadcast quality HD video to a convenient SD card, which you can take out of the camera and plug right into your computer, pull the video off, and start editing. In fact, this camera does so much that there's really not enough time for me to tell you everything it can do. So why don't you come and visit me? I'm Devin Dorney. Come and visit at Video Revolution, and we can sit down and talk about the camera, and I can show you exactly how you can take great home videos and still photos on your own.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Be sure to join us next week when we have fun with Ryan McAdams at the new Tulsa Toy Depot.
Special thanks to Jason Wright and his staff at the new Xtreme Racing and Entertainment in Broken Arrow.
Thanks to Leanne and Wanda of Tulsa Transit for showing us all those really cool apps. And to Ken McLeod for creating Golf Oklahoma magazine and keeping us up to date on the Oklahoma golf scene.
And to Mike and his crew at S.T.G. Pizzeria and Gelateria. Keep those pies coming.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop and say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of the two-pair deal starting at just $99 with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.